Hello everyone. In this video, I'll be explaining you about CE amplifier and how this amplifier can be practically done and we can measure the gain. So CE is common emitter amplifier. Basically, there are in CE amplifier there are two classifications: CE amplifier, RE bypassed and RE unbypassed. The main difference between RE bypassed and RE unbypassed is nothing but a presence of capacitor and its absence. Here you can see C2 capacitor is present over here, and here C2 capacitor is not there. So if this is not there, RE resistor is present in our circuit, and that will affect the gain of the amplifier. And if here the RE is bypassed, the gain will be high. Now in CE amplifier, mainly you can observe, in order to first of all use transistor as an amplifier, the circuit should be biased. This circuit is using voltage divider bias. R1, R2 and RE is forming a voltage divider bias. With the help of this transistor is biased in active region. This C1 and here C2 capacitor is missing, but it should be there. So C1 and C2 are the coupling capacitor which is used to block the DC, and hence the circuit is nothing but AC amplifier. This C2 capacitor which normally we call as CE capacitor, bypass capacitor, which is used to bypass RE. See, this RE is very important. This RE is used to stabilize the Q point, but this RE, if it is present in AC analysis, that means if it is present, if this capacitor is not there, then the voltage gain of the amplifier will reduce. Now, if you see this RE unbypassed, here the RE capacitor is not present and RE resistor is there. So here the voltage gain is less, and when you measure the input resistance, here the input resistance will be high and the output resistance will be same as what we are getting in this in this bypass configuration. The main effect is coming on AV and RA. Now in this practical we'll be observing that if I remove the C capacitor, how the gain can be affected. So thank you so much. These are circuit values components of the amplifier. VCC is 9 volt, transistor used is BC147B, and these are the components values which is used in a practical. AC signal of 20 millivolt peak to peak, 1 kilohertz has been applied to a circuit. So you need to connect the circuit, connect the VCC, apply the AC input, and then you measure the output voltage. But after applying VCC, first of all you need to check the biasing, whether the Q point is in a active region or not. For that you need to check VC and IC value and definitely VBE value. Once it is set, then you should check output voltage, and another part is you can check the gain also by removing the C capacitor. So now we'll see how to perform a practical. CE amplifier circuit mounted on a breadboard. Here you can see voltage divider bias network R1, R2, this is RC, RE, this is CE capacitor, and this is C1 and C2, these are coupling capacitor. Now as per the circuit diagram, you can see here this is nothing but VCC should be connected. So you can see I am connecting this to a battery of 9 volt, and this is nothing but what, here this is a common ground. This common ground is connected to negative of the supply. Now next is nothing but what, see, obviously this is collector, emitter and base. So here on a base R1 and R2 is connected. Now here after connecting a supply voltage, then we need to give the input voltage. Now input voltage is nothing but what, a AC signal that we are giving through with the help of function generator. You can see I am giving a frequency 1 kilohertz, right? Now next we need to give the input voltage. This AC signal need to be given over here. So as it is given, now we need to check it how much voltage we are giving. So for checking the voltage, right, what we need to give, here we with the help of this amplitude knob we can adjust the amplitude, and with the help of this frequency we can set the frequency. Amplitude knob, see here our aim is to give the input voltage in millivolt.
For that, your here there is one button which is nothing but what, here you can see 40 dB. If you see the power amplifier video, in that you can see the setting over here was 0 dB. Why? Because there we are applying signal in volts and here we are applying signal in millivolts. So as we need to give the signal in millivolt, we need to give attenuation, so that we are applying with the help of 40 dB. So you can see on a CRO how much input voltage I am giving. See, channel 1 is nothing but what, 20 millivolt. So here the scale is 20 millivolt and here I am counting the number of boxes. So number of boxes is nothing but 2. So here I am, my input voltage is nothing but 2 into 20 millivolt, right? So I am giving the input voltage as 40 millivolt signal. Now this is my input. Now after that I am going to measure output. For measuring the output, I have connected a CRO probe on an output of this output of this circuit. This is nothing but what I am taking at the point of capacitor. So this I am taking the output on channel 2. Here you can observe that this signal is amplified than this one, and you can see the difference. Here the scale is 0.5 volt. So channel 2 is 0.5, and after measuring this, what we need to do, 0.5 volt is a scale. How much are number of boxes for this is nothing but what, 1, 2, 3, and there is small point here coming, it's nothing but 3.2. So 0.5 into 3.2. So now we need to calculate 3.2 into 0.5 is nothing but, I'm getting VO signal as 1.6 volt. So in order to find out gain, AV is nothing but VO upon VI. So VO is 1.6 divided by 40 millivolts. So I am getting gain as 40. So in this way we measure the amplifier output. Now here if you are changing, see, there are many things we can observe over here. First point is nothing but what, see, you can see the input voltage. If I increase the input voltage, see, gain is not going to change. Here with the help of this, now I am going to increase the input voltage. You can see my input voltage has been increased. Accordingly, see, you can observe on a CRO screen that if I'm changing input, right? If I'm changing input, accordingly my output is changing. Here you can see I have increased the input, accordingly my output has changed. And one more thing you can observe, we know that the AV in CE amplifier is minus. That means we have a 180 degree phase shift. So you can observe the one. Next part will observe that we know that this CE capacitor is nothing but bypassing RE resistor. So next what we'll observe, if I remove this CE capacitor, that is nothing but RE unbypassed configuration. So what will happen? If I remove this, now here you can observe my input is still 40 volt, but what I am getting output, you can see output I am getting is nothing but what, almost, this is nothing but 1.4, right? 1.4 into 0.1 volt. So what is my VI? VI is still 40 millivolt and VO is now nothing but 1.4 into 0.1 volt. That is a scale. So 1.4 into 0.1 is nothing but 0.14 volts. So 0.14 volts. So now I'll calculate AV, that is VO upon VI. So it is 0.14 divided by 40 millivolt. Observe that this is CE capacitor which is used to bypass RE. So if I'll remove this CE capacitor, what is the effect? In a derivation we have seen that if this CE capacitor is not there, that is RE unbypassed, gain is less. So now we need to verify whether this is happening or not. So I am removing this capacitor. So here you can observe that my input is still 40 millivolt, that is 2 into 20, right? So 2 into 20 is nothing but what, 20 millivolt. So my input is 40 millivolt and what is my output? Output is 1 and here I am taking 0.4. So 1.4 block over here and this is 0.1. So 1.4 into 0.1 is nothing but 0.14. So if I calculate gain, it is VO upon VI is 3.5. So this is nothing but I am getting 3.5 gain. I am getting 3.5 gain for RE unbypassed and 40 gain for RE bypassed, right? So this indicate that if RE is unbypassed, right, so gain is reducing. So this is nothing but amplifier to observe CE amplifier.